They called her just a singer, until she marched into the briefing room, removed her cap, and revealed her real rank. In one heartbeat, the entire platoon went from mocking her to standing at attention. This is the story of how Taylor Swift turned a military joke into a lesson in respect. It was a gray, overcast morning at Fort Meridian, a sprawling U.S. Army base near the coast. Word had spread that a celebrity cultural liaison would join the troops to boost morale, and that liaison was Taylor Swift. When she strode onto the parade ground in plain fatigues, no makeup, no rhinestones, soldiers smirked. Specialist Ramirez nudged his buddy. "Did you see? They sent a pop star to teach us feelings." Private Jones rolled his eyes. "Great, next she'll be giving us singing drills." Even the sergeants chuckled when Taylor fell into line for inspection. She offered a crisp salute to Lieutenant Colonel Marcus Hayes, the base commander, who barely acknowledged her presence. Taylor simply smiled and waited for the day's schedule. Few believed she belonged among hardened soldiers. She seemed like a novelty act in camo. By mid-morning, Colonel Hayes convened an urgent meeting. A nearby training exercise had gone awry. Local villagers, already distrustful of the military presence, had blocked the supply convoy. Without supplies, food, water, medical kits, the isolated outpost risked dehydration and injury. Hayes turned to his staff. "Our interpreters can't calm them. They've barricaded the road." Frustration etched his face. The young lieutenants scanned their notes. All diplomatic attempts had failed. Taylor, standing at the back, cleared her throat. Nobody expected her to speak. "Colonel," she said softly, "I speak Dari fluently." A hush fell. Ramirez snorted. "Since when?" Taylor met the colonel's eyes. "I grew up studying languages. I volunteered for this posting because I believe in building bridges." Hayes hesitated, then nodded. "All right, give it a shot." Taylor grabbed a microphone handset and strode outside toward the barricade. Soldiers watched, jaws agape, as the pop star approached the villagers. She spoke in perfect Dari, warm, respectful, and clear. "Salam alaikum. I understand your concerns. We came here to help, not to harm. Please, let us pass with our supplies." Villagers consulted among themselves, surprised at her accent and confidence. A stooped elder stepped forward, asking a complex question about their water rights. Taylor replied, weaving in cultural proverbs that resonated deeply. Murmurs of approval rose. The barricade lowered. Supply trucks rolled through. Inside the command bunker, Hayes stared at the live feed. His jaw tightened. "Who is she?" he demanded. Sergeant Lewis tapped the screen. "That's Taylor Swift, the singer." Hayes leaned forward, respect dawning. "Fetch me her file now." Moments later, Taylor returned triumphant, wiping dust from her fatigues. Soldiers snapped to attention, stunned by the villagers' retreat. Hayes strode up, crisp and commanding. He snapped a salute, an honor he'd never shown a celebrity before. Taylor returned it smartly. "Ma'am," Hayes said, voice low but firm, "you just did what our entire detachment couldn't. What you did back there was outstanding." Ramirez and Jones, previously mocking, looked sheepish. Lieutenant Parker approached Taylor. "I'm sorry I doubted you, ma'am." Taylor gave a small nod. "It's all right. We win as a team." Hayes placed a hand on her shoulder. "Effective immediately. You'll lead all civilian liaison efforts. And please, keep that language expertise ready." As he walked away, the entire platoon, officers and enlisted alike, stood at attention, hats over hearts, witnessing a rare moment of genuine admiration. In the weeks that followed, Taylor's role at Fort Meridian expanded. She taught language classes, organized cultural exchanges, and personally negotiated several tense standoffs with local communities. The supply lines ran smoothly, morale soared. The base newsletter headlined her success. "Pop star turns peacemaker, Taylor Swift saves the day." International news outlets interviewed soldiers who once jeered. "She earned our respect," said Specialist Ramirez. "She's one of us now." Colonel Hayes invited Taylor to co-host a televised webcast on military-civilian cooperation. Dressed in her uniform, no glitter, no stage lights, she spoke into the camera with quiet authority, her voice carrying the weight of lived experience and genuine empathy. And on the final day of her posting, the soldiers threw her a parade, band playing, colors flying, and Hayes presenting her with the Meridian Medal of Diplomacy. As she accepted it, Taylor caught the eye of every person she'd once been dismissed by, and she knew the joke had become legend. Inspired by Taylor's journey from novelty to necessity. Hit like, subscribe for more unbelievable fictional feats, and ring the bell so you never miss a story where respect is earned in the most unexpected ways.